how much do you love yourself? Because if you understand the value of self-love, you'll never be friends with those type of people. Most of the people out here are running around empty. They have no sense of self, no sense of self-love. When I say self-love, it has nothing to do with celebrity, money, materialistic things, and all of the things that your negative mind could probably go to. It has nothing to do with self-love, it has nothing to do with looks, nothing to do with cars and any of the superficial things that one would assume that could make you love yourself even more. It's a matter of knowing your value. It's a matter of you saying, I don't have to be around these people in these type of environments and situations in order for me to finally see the value in myself. I love me. I see the value in me. And I have to be careful of who and what I give emotional access to me.
Whatever you have going for you right now, that's enough. Work on that idea. Work on it, work on it, work on it. Watch out with the relationships you have. What kind of person are you becoming because of the relationships that you have right now? Do those people contribute to you? Do they help you grow and develop yourself? What kind of person are you becoming? People who have not accepted greatness for themselves, these people don't study, ladies and gentlemen. These people don't study. They don't have time for personal growth and development. They don't have time to work on their minds. No, they don't have time for that. Too busy for that. To determine the height of your self-approval, it's important that you evaluate yourself because you know you quite well, but it's almost impossible to do it totally by yourself. You must get some caring feedback. Find somebody close enough to you that has observed you or been around you that you value their opinion, and ask them, how do they see you? How do they rate you in terms of your self-esteem? And then compare what you have with what they say. See, there are things many times that people can see in us that we can't see because it's a blind spot. When someone pays you a compliment, can you handle it well? Can you handle compliments well? That's a good barometer about your self-esteem. Can you handle criticism well? Can you give criticism? What are your expectations? What do you expect to get from life? What do you expect to get from your business? What do you expect to get from your relationships? What is your ideal day? What is it that you expect from this experience, this trip, this journey that you're involved in? People that have a strong sense of self-approval, they have high expectations for themselves and from life and from others. See, a lot of people don't expect much from life. So they don't shoot for much. They're not preparing for much. A lot of people are just showing up in life. A lot of people just get up in the morning and they go through the day, they go to the job just to pull a check down, watching the clock coming in. So you want to be a different kind of person as you forward your life. You want to get something out of this. If you're going to do it, it's worth your time, your energy. You've got some expectations from this. So examine your expectations versus your wishes. Some people wish they could do better, but some people expect to do better. Where are you on that? And love yourself. Make caring for you the highest priority in your life. Take care of you. Look out for what truly satisfies you. We're not taught to love ourselves. We're not taught to look out for ourselves. We're not taught to take care of ourselves, to become sensitive to our wants, to our needs, our desires. So make a conscious effort. Make you number one priority. Your peace of mind. Your health is more important than your family and any and everybody. Because if you don't have peace of mind, if you don't have your health, you can't serve anybody. Don't neglect yourself. A lot of us, and particularly ladies, have been groomed to be sacrificial lambs, putting their dreams on the back burner in deference to their children's dreams or their husband's dreams or their family's dreams, and forget about themselves. then become resentful and angry and bitter. So start taking care of yourself, looking out for you. Develop a health plan. Your health is all you got. So start taking care of you. Eating nutritious meals, willing to exercise your body, taking care of this body, loving yourself.
I want to talk to y'all tonight about capacity. A lot of y'all may not be aware of this, but when a relationship or a friendship ends, it means that you have reached your breaking point. It means that you have reached your capacity. People staying in relationships, staying with their friends, doing what they got to do to make friendships work. At what point does a man or a woman lose touch with their personal value? How much do you love yourself? Anybody who loves themselves would never, ever stay friends with that person or those people. So what is your capacity? How much can you take? How much can you tolerate? And are you just staying in that situation just to stay in the situation? Or do you see the benefits, the personal benefits? They say, they always turn the word selfish into a negative. But I've turned the word selfish into a positive. And I said, you know what? If you ain't doing shit for me, I love myself too much to stay in this situation. I'm out. Because I have a responsibility to sleep good at night. And you can't sleep good at night if everything about what you're doing, the things that you're surrounded with, and the things that you're involved in is causing misery, drama, and dysfunction in your life. So it's all about self-love. What is the next level of you? Are you done evolving? When you are the most successful person, the most popular person, the most significant person in your immediate circles, it's very easy to get lazy, complacent, and start falling off and feeling like you've already made it. You've already gotten to that next level. You can't get points today for yesterday's game. You can't get points today for yesterday's game. There's so many of y'all on an ego level. That y'all are so caught up and consumed in what y'all accomplished last year. That shit that you accomplished was 5 years ago. It's over. You're still alive. You getting on your knees every night and you praying, but then you getting off of your knees and ain't doing shit. What is the next level? How do we get to that next level? How do we maintain significance? How can we boldly step into the next level of who we are? Change your approach to everything you're doing, man. Change your surroundings. It's going to change your life. I'm telling y'all, man, there's another level to this thing, and I'm not afraid to go get it. I refuse to be another man that lived and died and wasn't significant.
first to prevent you from seeing that obvious thing. Because when you were babies, practically, all your parents and your teachers and your aunts and uncles and your older brothers and sisters got together and they told you who you were. They defined you as Johnny, who is just Johnny. And don't you come on too strong, Johnny, because, no, you've got elders and betters around. But you're responsible. You're a free agent. You'd better be. And so, when you are told from childhood that you are expected and commanded to behave in a way that will be acceptable only if you do it voluntarily, you remain permanently mixed up. That, if anything, is permanent brain damage. So, but that's the idea, you see, because that's the game we're playing. You started it. I didn't. See? That's the game we're playing.
It doesn't matter that it hasn't come yet, it's coming. I like the feeling of it coming. I like getting a handle on this. I can feel that I know what I'm doing. I can feel that I'm tuned into this. I can feel the inspiration beginning to flow. I like the idea of this. What fun this is going to be for me. How fun to watch my body conform to the image that I have of it. This is a ride I'm really excited about taking. I'm happy about where I am, about where I'm going. Things are good for me, you see. It gets easier and easier. All you gotta do is chill out. Chill out. Let it go. Let go of control. Chill out. Let it be. Trust. Know that all is well. Know it's over there. Know you've done your work. Know that contrast has served you. Know that you came with purpose. Know that you're getting it right. Know that it's working out the way it should. Know that the contrast is serving you. Know that you're giving birth to desire. Know that source is on it. Know that law of attraction is consistent. Know that your guidance system always works. Know that your guidance system is giving you a true reading every time. Know that feeling good is the answer. Know that feeling good is what you're reaching for. Know that feeling good is the work. This is an opportunity for you, like none other, to come into full alignment with who you really are. It happens to you from time to time. Most humans find themselves in a state of alignment every now and again. But it is a rare one of you who understands what that really means and does it consistently and deliberately. But in a situation like this, where you have so much time in an environment that is conducive to alignment, and in a series of conversations with us and with each other that is pointed toward thoughts that are vibrationally tuned to the frequency of who you really are, there's a very high probability that you certainly can if you want to, reestablish your relationship with your own inner being. Not in a sporadic way, not in a accidental way, but in a deliberate way. For a while, we called these gatherings the science of deliberate creation, because what this is really about is focusing. And what focus requires is deliberate intent. When you know who you really are, and you understand that you are a vibrational being who is an extension of a powerful source energy, and you recognize that your own emotions are your indicator of your relationship moment by moment with who you really are, and you decide that that relationship between you and who you really are is of greatest importance to you, more important than what anyone who is moving around with you in this physical realm thinks, more important than what anyone thinks, more important than what you think about them, is your relationship with your inner being, which means getting on the same vibrational wavelength. Sometimes you forget that while you have come into this physical body, you are forever tethered to a broader perspective, a broader dominant perspective, a perspective of understanding of who you are and why you are here, of your value and importance, of the part you play in the bigger picture, and of the reason that you have come into this physical body to begin with. You didn't come to fix a broken world. It isn't broken, or to save it. You came because you are a creator. You came because you are a creative genius. You came because you understood that in this time-space reality there would be contrast, variety, that would inspire you to your personal preference, and that once that preference was ignited within you, once you launch those desires one after another all day every day, that the source within you would become the vibrational equivalent of the sum of all that you have launched, not just what you've been launching here since you got here, but what you came in with, who you really are, the total you, the whole of you, the non-physically focused you. So what we will be talking about mostly in the hours that we are together during this voyage is your relationship with that broader part of you. And it is our expectation that you will come not only to recognize that part of you, not only to find the signal of it and tune into it, but to revel in what that feels like. One of the nice things about a situation like this is that it is conducive to your alignment. But there can be a sort of trap in that, because when conditions are at their best, you don't have to work very hard to be happy. You can just be observers of, and in your observation of wanted things, you can often come into alignment. And while we want you to be pleased, we do not want you to need to be pleased by others or by situations or by conditions in order to be in alignment with who you really are. We know that under all conditions that there will be variety and contrast. And so there is not anything about this environment that will prevent you from the attunement to who you really are that you want. And we're going to be talking about it step by step as we are moving along. You are in the greatest opportunity to rejoin in a consistent manner the vibration of your source during this time that we are all together. And it is our expectation that as we are sailing these seas, that you will find a consistent vibrational frequency that is your guiding light, so to speak, your source signal, and that by the time we've returned to Sydney and you are disembarking from this magnificent vessel, you will be different than you are today. And the reason that you will be different is because you will be consistently engaged with the true vibration of that which you are. We like it when you're nice to each other. We like it when you are nice to yourselves. And that's the thing that we're most encouraging you to do during this time that we are together. Look for ways to please yourself. Look for ways to reach for that sensation of worthiness. Let this universe extend to you its richest blessings, raining down upon you all the time. But sometimes, for whatever reason, you don't allow yourself to be consciously aware of the raining down of the well-being. Sometimes you don't realize that while you are an extension of source energy, that source is flowing to you and through you, and that there are cadres of non-physical energies and consciousnesses who are aware of you, loving you, with you, eager about who you are, and eager about what you are focused upon. Sometimes you think that you are here not as extensions of source energy, but as separate beings from source energy who are trying to gain favor of source energy. But of course, that is not the case. You are here as the extension of source energy, which means source is extending into that which you are about. This is the leading edge of creation. It didn't happen somewhere else and you're here trying to figure out what happened. It is happening here and now with you. This is the evolution of all species. This is the evolution of thought. This is the evolution of source. This is the evolution of all that is. And here you are in the most delightful position where you get to sift through the leading edge contrast, and you get to come to your own personal conclusions and preferences about what could be more and what could be better. And when you launch those rockets of desire, they extend into a vibrational reality where they are gathered by law of attraction and tended by source energy. And sometimes when you are in a place where you can hear, sometimes when you are not beating the drum of something wrong, sometimes when you are just allowing your vibration to be in that naturally high place that it will be unless you're doing that thing you do that holds it into another vibration, sometimes you are in the receptive mode. In the receptive mode, receiving thoughts and ideas and impulses and inspiration from source. That's what you intended. You didn't say, I'll go into a physical body and I will go it alone. You didn't say, I'll go and prove worthiness, because you were never unworthy. You said, I'll go and I'll find things that interest me. And we said, law of attraction will gather those like us and those like you who are also interested in what you're interested in. And you will come together in a environment of cooperative components. And together we will have a magnificent experience of creation. And so in these days that are before us, you're going to have an opportunity to feel viscerally your alignment with who you really are. There is more attention focused upon you than ever before, but that's not the factor that's going to make the difference for you. The factor that is going to make the difference for you is that because of this environment, you're going to be more finely tuned, you're going to be more often tuned, you're going to find yourself more expectant of that receptive mode, which means you're going to have the best time of your life so far. You're going to be clearer than you have been. You're going to feel more resiliency in your body than ever before, no matter how much you drink. You're going to feel tuned to a higher frequency, more clever than you've ever been, and surrounded by others who are equally clever. It is our expectation that while many of you are on your way, and you certainly do not need a turning point, because of the intensity of the focus that is gathered here, because of the power of the desires that you hold, and we can feel them each and every one, because of where you stand in relationship to who you really are, and because of the intentionality of so many of you who've been anticipating this, there is a current that we will ride together that will leave you maybe a little breathless as you begin to discover, really discover who you are. We are eager about this time. We are anticipating a wonderful experience for you and for us. And we want you to feel the appreciation that we feel for you, not just for your attendance here in this forum, but for your participation here on this planet at this time, in these leading edge times, in this leading edge of creation time. There is great love here for you, and always we remain happily in your vortex.
Put this affirmation in as many places as possible. Write it down. In my world, nothing ever goes wrong. Look at it each day and let it remind you that everything that is happening to you is in divine order and comes with a lesson. If you can live your life in the spiritual world as a spiritual being, having a human experience, you become the witness to your life. And as you witness it, you say, nothing is going wrong. These aren't problems that I have to be absorbed with. These aren't things that I have to be neurotic over. I am the witness. I am going to watch them. I'm going to learn from them and understand that they're all in order.
So here we are at Castro's about to give him his mag eye.
He looks beautiful. What's up?
Like
I'm Jay.
I'm Brian.
How you doing?
Hello.
That's Lisa.
Lisa, Brian. No, Brian Norton looks like trash.
I got something for you.
What's that?
Boom!
Oh shit, I did ask for one.
Nice. Look, it's perfect. I even put it together. Or a video.
So how the hell did you get this? Just like that? You order online.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Good morning. Oh God. Good morning, my beautiful souls. My hair is so cute. I haven't brushed it. Anyways, good morning. Go ahead and feel free to check out the news today on my page. Any articles you want to see. If you have any questions, ask me. If you have any concerns, say something. Okay, y'all have a great, beautiful day, and somebody loves you, so smile. Somebody loves you too, beautiful. Oh, look at her. Have a good day. I'm gonna be a mammal.
What's that about reading the report?
I'm gonna be a mammal.
Wind hit the truck, pushed up on it, and
Might be a two-man job, babe.
oh no, so you. I mean, if it's windy, yeah, it just won't be happening.
Round two, guys. Round two. I almost died.
Yeah,
I
they
did.
both almost hit you right in the head.
I would have been knocked out 74 and 60 pounds. Woo-wee. All right, trying again.
Hold it. Yeah. Hold that.
Oh, babe.
Hey, at the retirement ceremony, to help lift you up on the trailer we had? I did.
You never picked me up.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I lifted her off the ground. Ooh, she's in my face. Like, spinnerbaits are awesome. Spinnerbaits.
One finger.
All right, thumb. I'm gonna look at thumb.
Okay, he said solid 4. I say the same thing. We agree. Whoa! You laugh. Do it. This cracks me up.
So, details wise.
Hey, put your head back on. You're blinding us.
Kid, listen, you gotta love the sunshine. I love it. Oh, it's beautiful. Alright, so some of the little details.
My bulb is beautiful too.
When we first went in,
Continue on Silverstone Road.
We will make it with you. We're coyote hunting. That's wild how it does that, huh? Lily! Lily! Say hi to Jay.
Hi, Jay. I miss you. Feed Paris.
Oh yeah, feed Paris.
Hi. Love ya.
Love you.
Love you.
Love ya.
You put your arms up.
No.
My butt's hanging out.
Hey, hold on. Do you have consent?
Who? Me or her?
Her.
Yeah. Did
Both
I
of
say?
you.
He said, yeah, it's over.
Hi. There's a hole in our boat. There's a hole in there. Look, it's taking on water. Oh my God.
Feeling good is the work, feeling good is the work, feeling good is the work. Any excuse in the world that you can find to feel good. And so what we're wanting you to do is to begin to try to see yourself through the eyes of Source, which is never critical. So what we're saying to you is, as you stand in your now, the manifestation gives you information that you can now use as your indicator to move from. And that should surpass everything that you've ever heard before, because that is the leading edge statement in specific response to where you are. Here you are, pure and naked unto the universe, saying, this is who I now am. This is a ride I'm really excited about taking. I'm happy about where I am and eager about where I'm going. Things are good for me.